Hello everybody, my name is Ryan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me today to watch season 3 episode 8 of Bridgerton. It is the finale episode. Sit down, get a snack because this is a full-length film pretty much. It's a little bit over an hour. I am so excited to see how we're going to wrap this season up. Obviously in the last episode we did get to see Colin and Penelope get married. And there was tension, obviously, still between him finding out that she was Whistledown. We started the episode out with a lot of tension. Then we kind of made up, had the wedding, and then there was a lot of tension again. The Queen showed up to the, like, I guess, reception after the wedding and got all of the Bridgertons in a room and was like, I know one of you is Whistledown, so come forward. Francesca ended up telling the Queen that she is engaged to John, which we love to see that. And I am looking forward to that relationship a little bit and seeing where that goes. Marcus has made up with Lady Danbury, and Violet, I think, is, you know, working towards happiness with Francesca. And then those two are coming together a little bit, Violet and Marcus. And Benedict is getting in a threesome with Tilly and that Paul guy. And Eloise obviously has ended up, you know, rekindling her friendship with Penelope. Cressida, at the end of the last episode, was going around to all the different printing presses to try to figure out who printed her issue so that she could get payment from it. And while she was doing that, she started getting some information about the actual Whistledown, like how she's a redhead and stuff. So I'm worried that Cressida knows that information now. It has me very uneasy, but I guess we will see where we're going. Since it's such a long episode, I'm going to leave that at that. And as always, the full episode reaction for this episode and all of the other episodes will be up on my Patreon. The link for that's down below. And without any further ado, let's just jump right in to season 3, episode 8 of Bridgerton. Let's go. Guys, we're almost done this season, and then it's like 2 years until season 4 or something. Something wild.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
Fitfully.
Oh, God.
I am off to Bridgerton House for breakfast.
But my mother is coming.
I'll give you and your mother some privacy.
Wait, you do not have to leave.
I wish to.
The tension, it's there.
You have a visitor in the drawing room.
Okay, it's not her mom. Who is it? It's gonna be Cressida. Holy shit, it's gonna be Cressida,
Mama.
I think.
Cressida.
Good morning. I'm simply paying a visit to the esteemed Lady Whistledown. I know your secret.
You think
Jesus
you know
Christ.
you're incorrect. Now I wish for you to leave.
You know, thinking back on everything, it makes perfect sense. You are going to pay me double the Queen's reward so that I might set up my life abroad.
Oh my God.
Or I will tell everyone of your true identity. Penelope and I were just discussing whether or not I am to be believed. Let us find out. Think of your daughter's love of the written word. Think of how she is so easily overlooked. And then ask yourself,
Oh God.
how it took you this long to realize she is the true Lady Whistledown.
Oh my God, this
Do
is
enjoy
so
your
bad.
mornings.
This is like even worse. Cressida is the last person you want to have figured this out.
Always there is an hour at which you disappear. I thought it was because your social manners run dry at a certain point, but I have fought with every tool at my disposal to claw us out of ruin time and time again, and yet, under my own roof, my own blood has been sowing the seeds of our ruin all along.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Does your husband know? Well, he cannot know about this latest scandal. Bishop would grant...
Mama, I do not wish to lie anymore. I must tell Colin.
But clearly my word is not one you choose to follow.
Damn.
I must get dressed.
Guys, what the fuck are we gonna do? What? Surely we aren't paying Cressida money, but I don't know how
Her Majesty
we
has
get
been
out of this one,
forthcoming
quite
with
literally.
accusations of late. Will you command her to stop writing? Lock her in a dungeon?
Do you in fact know who Whistledown is?
I am simply saying that perhaps Lady Whistledown is not trying to beat you at your own game, Perhaps she's merely trying to stay in the game. A feeling, perhaps, you can relate to.
Have you ever seen a lady with child at a ball, Philippa?
No.
That's because once women start showing, they are expected to retreat from society. Because Philippa and I are going to host a ball centered on the colour purple.
And orange.
Discuss the budget.
Of course. It should be very, very large.
Oh my god. These guys are like, we can't pay for that.
Are you sure we should be in public?
We ain't got no money.
Perhaps our nonchalance will convince the Queen that her accusations are incorrect, God help us. Now go ahead, eat. There is still going to be a wedding.
Of course.
It is only that John and I are going to apply for a special license so that we can have a simple, small ceremony at home.
And I assume your Oxfordshire estate cannot be more than a day's ride away?
We should like to take residence
Far away?
at John's primary estate.
In Scotland?
Oh my
Close to the
god.
border.
But it's not too far from Glasgow.
That must be at least a fortnight's ride away.
Oh, it is why I so enjoy staying there.
Violet's like, Jesus. This is too much. Oh, we gotta have this chat.
How are you?
Trying not to think about yesterday.
Her Majesty accused me of being whistled down once and I survived it. Though not without some scars. Do not let your marriage be the scar.
No.
You know you will eventually
Come on,
resolve
Eloise.
things.
Penelope, what are you doing here?
Be having this discussion in front of Miss Bridgerton.
She knows everything as well.
Wonderful. So don't see the whole never seem to know before your own mother.
And
Yeah,
where do you
she's like,
suddenly
what the
know that you know?
fuck?
She demands £10,000 to keep it.
You cannot be serious.
How did she discover you?
I'm not sure. No, that is kind, Colin, but I can pay her.
You have made that higher sum.
Slightly more, if we're being honest.
You're not paying Miss Carper a single penny. I will call upon her tomorrow. Bring her to see this course of action is ruinous for everyone involved. It is the only way forward.
Oh. Oh, we're getting into this. Is this like the next night? Nice. Slay. Get it, Benedict.
Miss, I will give you 5 minutes.
That's plenty. Thank you very much.
I no longer trust anyone but myself.
It must feel terribly lonely. It felt as if everyone was busy with their lives without a need for me in them.
I'm confused. It seems you've come for me to pay you sympathy, but I'm the one who is meant to be
For
paid.
your sympathy.
Shut up, Cressida.
I have come for your mercy. Penelope, who has experienced the kind of loneliness surely neither of us can fathom.
Yes. Come on, Colin.
Imagine being so ignored. You feel invisible. A column has reflected the cruelty around her. A cruelty I imagine you have felt too. If even Penelope can find grace for you, do you not see that the Ton too will forgive you? A family's love is enduring.
She doesn't have that kind of family, though.
That is the difference between you and me. Take for granted that you will always have your family's support. We are not the same, Mr. Bridgerton. And we never will be.
Miss Carper, you will not be believed if we say you are lying. You have no proof.
I have a apprentice who is willing to corroborate the truth. In fact, reflecting upon the lack of support I shall have in the future, perhaps I am not asking for enough from you.
Oh, shut up.
What need could you have to hold on to your money now? Let us in.
Now is not a good time. I am expecting a visitor.
I'm worried about this ball.
At least my
Look at these
sisters will
two.
be content when my actions lead to destruction.
Perhaps we might aim a little higher with our positive thinking. Perhaps the very initial befriending was tinged with just the tiniest bit of petting.
I love that they can giggle about that.
Tell me what you were reading.
I love them. Nothing. Girl, I've been trying to stay alive.
I'm afraid I have failed.
£20,000.
She's lost her mind.
Why do you not have that sum?
There is more. She requires you use your column to restore her reputation.
Bitch.
I must apologize, sir.
You would tell your brother about Penelope's identity.
No. I will have to invent some kind of a lie.
No, she's not gonna let him lie to everybody, surely. She's like, I'm gonna go take that bitch out. Penelope said. Penelope is not gonna write anything nice. I feel like Penelope's gonna be like, Cressida sucks, and I am Penelope Bridgerton, aka Lady Whistledown. Now you have nothing over me, Cressida, you bitch. Just come out with it, Penelope.
You will have my support in Francesca's absence.
Oh.
And also my brother's.
We do not have to discuss that.
But perhaps we should.
Come on, Agatha. What a queen.
Lord Anderson has been an exemplary gentleman.
I love Lady Danbury.
It is certainly not my place to give or withhold a blessing on the matter. You are both adults. You may do as you wish.
Yeah, but you're my friend.
It is not as though I asked your permission.
Damn.
You know. Yes?
I know my father was a good man, and that you have been a very good friend.
Come on, Violet.
That is all I need to know.
And you are a good friend.
Come on.
That is all I need to know as well.
Look at them.
But
Oh
if
my
his
god,
son was
guys,
things
am I gonna
between the
cry?
two of you, I will pick you over him. I shall not lose you for his folly.
Oh, look at them. Guys, oh, not the crown. Get out of here. This is wild. Why are we even having this plot line? What's even happening?
Society events.
Honestly, if he's happy, I'm happy. Get it, Benedict. Get it. Oh, not his journal. What's about to happen?
I only need a blanket for the city.
Time frame.
I'm going to have tea with my mother before your sister's wedding.
Oh,
I'll
right.
spare you the confines of a shared carriage.
Oh my god. Did he keep all her letters? That's sweet.
Oh, it's Penelope here.
I cannot push him off any longer, Mom.
Who? Oh.
That solicitor. He is here.
Is he gonna be like, you're a fraud?
Lady Featherington,
Walter Dundas Esquire, I do remember. I pray you have sufficient evidence for all the accusations you seem poised to make.
Not the evidence I sought, no, but all the evidence I shall need. Perpetual state of poverty.
Who's to say she was not a great saver?
Her creditors. I know your funds came from Jack Featherington's fraudulent activities.
Is it true? Is your money the money cousin Jack took from the Ton?
It's not as if any of them needed that money the way we did. I did what I had to do to protect this family. Who were you protecting with your column?
Myself.
Oh, from whom?
You. Guys, this shit is getting juicy.
What you have done entirely on your own. It is a great regret of mine that I've overlooked you for so long.
Yeah, it should be.
You and I both.
It should be.
What would Lady Whistledown write about our disgrace when I am exposed?
She will write whatever I like her to.
Come on, Pen.
That's we're more alike than I care to admit.
If we survive this round, we must do better.
We must do better. Lady, you got so much work to do. Like, I'm so happy you're being nice to Penelope now. We spent 3 seasons of you shitting on her every chance you got. And that was it. She was your child.
Now I fear I may be losing you for good.
Mama, it is the opposite. It is difficult, sometimes, to hear my own voice amidst the noise of this house. Whereas with John, I hear myself more and more.
But you will come back.
Of course.
Come on, Francesca.
My
We love.
brave, clever girl. I thought that is what love must be like for everyone. Surprising, forceful, quick. But you have shown me that there is another way, that there is beauty in the slow approach. You are already so wise beyond your years.
This is beautiful. Come on, Violet. You're making me a moosh. I'm getting teary-eyed. I see she's not gonna give her the wedding night talk either. Oh god, she's like, I have to kiss him in front of everybody. Was she not feeling it? What was that look? What was that look?
It was a beautiful ceremony.
I thought so.
second only to the beauty of its hostess.
Oh, Marcus,
I am
damn.
sincere. Save a dance for me at the next ball.
Damn.
Yes. That would be most adequate.
Come on, Violet.
To my beautiful wife, I have not the words to express my adoration. Made the centre of attention for too long, so instead, I shall offer a few humble words to your family.
Aww.
Lady Bridgerton, I see your openness reflected in Benedict, your charm in Colin, from the bottom of my heart.
John, you sweetie pie. That was cute. Oh my god, Eloise. That's beautiful.
May I speak with you? Do not wish for you to speak to him.
But we're running out of time.
I cannot ask you to lie to your brother on my behalf.
Then how am I meant to help you?
By loving me. It is not what you do for me that makes me love you. It is your kindness.
Come on, Pen.
Your empathy. How much you care. Just being you is enough. Colin, I do not need you to save me. I just need you to stand by me.
As you live with this secret,
Yeah.
there will always be something between us.
I know. Perhaps that is the key.
What are you saying?
It can't be a secret anymore? Fine. We can keep all our money if I just write an issue and expose who I am. Did she write to the queen and say it was her?
Colin?
Wait, who did she write to? Did she write to multiple people?
We had better sit.
Oh my god, is she telling multiple people? Okay, and she's paying Cressida? Is that for the ball? Guys, what is she up to?
God, what a truly terrible woman she is.
I'm not going anywhere with her.
You have no choice, Cressida.
After tonight, it will matter no more.
This girl's expecting to get paid.
Someone else to join us then?
I must be honest with you. As much as I've enjoyed the three of us together, I was hoping it could just be the two of us tonight.
Oh god, she's got some
I'm
feelings.
beginning to care for you, Benedict.
Oh, Benedict. I don't know that he's into that now that he's met Paul.
Your abundance of love.
You're extraordinary. But
Oh my god. He's gonna be...
I'm not certain that Sirius is what I want.
It felt good for once to want to commit to someone.
Come on, Tilly.
Thank you.
That's sad, but I'm happy that everybody is open and communicating. We love that.
Fancy finding you here.
Oh my god, we get this every season. I love it.
I think it rather ordinary.
siblings
in fact,
on
that
the
I find
swing.
myself yet again. If I'm going to attempt to make change in the world, certainly I shall need to see some of it first. Meet people who are not my family or debutantes in a marriage mart.
It feels right now that the next thing I might learn may change me entirely.
I love them and their swing set chats.
Whitman that waits behind those doors.
I'm certain Varley has done her utmost.
No. Pen has paid, baby. Penelope, you queen.
There is a 8-piece ensemble. Did we get them?
We got
The bugs.
Thank you.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was Penelope.
Well, it must have been you. Who paid for all of this? My ma told me she wished for you to have the greatest ball Mayfair has ever seen.
Oh, Penelope. Penelope, you're the best. I wonder, did she write to Violet and tell her and the queen? So that way, like, those are the important people that, like, shit could happen with if they found out. So she broke the news to them, and then it doesn't matter.
At least Prudence and Philip are having the time of their life.
It is not your invitation that brings me here.
Cease playing.
Oh god. Oh god.
I received a letter earlier this week from Lady Whistledown. She calls upon my mercy
asking to address you all herself.
Oh God.
So I turn the floor over now to the scribe herself.
Are we actually doing this? I mean, obviously she wrote it.
Her.
Come on, Penelope. Guys, I'm shitting my pants. I'm fucking scared. I'm scared.
Or should I say, dearest gentle readers?
Oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
No one has ever taken any part of me seriously. I only realize now how common that feeling must be, to be a young lady to whom no one listens. But I was careless with that power. It was easy to cast aspersions from the shadows where I could not be found. But I see now how much courage it takes to live a life out in the open. To honor one's weaknesses publicly, but all to see. Gossip is information. It forges bonds, especially for those of us who are told so little. But I can no longer conceal the biggest piece of information I have, my identity, for forcing me out of the shadows with her most cunning scheme. If she affords me the chance to continue, I mean to aim my quill more responsibly.
She seems humbled, but we will be watching that she remains so. What is life without a little gossip?
Come on, Queen Charlotte. Look at Eloise. Colin's proud as fuck.
Now, Barney! The bugs!
Come on, Philippa. That's beautiful.
Like I said, bugs.
You are a genius.
Oh, come on. Marley's like, oh, that was my moment. Oh, God. Beautiful.
Her Majesty was close when she assumed Whistledown was a Bridgerton protecting their own. There is only one person who loves the Bridgertons more than I.
You knew it was me.
I suspect it. You are not the only lady of the town who can keep a secret.
Come on, Lady Danbury. Come on, you got one last person here.
I do not believe I've seen my mother so quickly shocked, and also so quickly impressed.
Come on,
She's proud of you.
There is something I left out of that letter, that I would not object to an annulment if you requested one. I do not wish for any harm to come to you or your family as a result of today.
Ever since I found out you were Whistledown, I've done everything I can to try to separate you from her. But the other day, I went back and read all of the letters you have sent me. You are her. You have always had one voice. There is no separating you from Whistledown, and I would not want to. Because forgive me,
Colin.
but that was bloody brilliant.
Oh, yay.
I have been envious of you.
I was
Of
just
your
jealous,
success.
yeah.
That a woman with such bravery loves me.
Oh, Colin.
How lucky I am to stand by your side and soak up even a little bit of your light.
So sweet. Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
My only purpose in life is to love a woman as great as you, and I will be a very fulfilled man indeed.
Guys, I fucking love Colin.
I love you.
I love you.
Guys, I like am so emotional right now. Oh, Lady Danbury. I actually can't stand how beautiful this is.
I'm positively elated because I've come up with a rather brilliant idea. Or a
come
request,
on, Eloise.
rather. Accompany you to Scotland. Mama will
Oh.
love the idea of me keeping an eye on you, but in truth, I simply wish to live for a little while outside our tiny bubble.
Eloise has asked to accompany us.
If that does not burden you, my lord.
Not at all. That is wonderful news.
Aw,
Thankfully, my
John.
cousin has finally arrived to complete our travel party.
Michaela Sterling. I caution you. Every sordid detail John has spoken about me is a lie.
I am... Well, I'm... Francesca. Bridgerton. Kilmartin.
Reader,
I
Francesca
find myself suddenly at a loss for words.
into Michaela? Question mark?
Risque
Come on,
couplings.
Bridgertons.
Though I have heard whispers of a few who feel
Come
they have
on.
been wronged by this humble
Getting
writer.
steamy in here.
My sincere
Oh,
apologies.
poor Cressida. I feel for Cressida in the sense of like her family life and home life. I don't feel for Cressida in the way that she's treated others horribly. This is wild.
It is time now.
The family
to
is
look
so
toward the
scattered.
future.
It's gonna be just what? Benedict, Gregory, and Hyacinth in the house now?
The richer and deeper.
This is wild. I mean, exciting for sure.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, look how little the family looks.
Lady Whistledown.
Oh my god. Yeah, Penelope definitely has the boy.
I still cannot fully believe you had a boy. And the heir, no less.
I think little Philomena will one day become a great writer without any need of a husband.
That certainly runs in the family. I could not have written my book without the help of Philomena's auntie Penelope.
Amant of my literary persona, I should like to formally introduce myself. Previous wallflower, observer, wielder of a quill. And yet, I have my moments.
In this next part of our journey,
Wild.
Penelope Bridgerton.
Damn. 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 Just like that, it's over. And just like that, it's over. I am so shook by this season. Like, I have so many questions going forward for like how next season's gonna look. Obviously now everybody knows it's Penelope. It's no longer like, I guess technically it's still Lady Whistledown Society Paper or whatever, but she's writing as Penelope. And she's still gonna write about gossip and stuff. She must, certainly, right? But like, who knows? Who knows? Obviously Eloise went with Francesca and John and Michaela. Francesca was like, I don't know, is Francesca into girls? Because she was very into like John, but then when she kissed him, she had this weird look on her face, like she didn't really like it. But then the way that she looked when Michaela came up was like she was like in instant love or infatuation. So that'll be interesting to see. Obviously Benedict ended whatever was going on with Tilly after she wanted to be like more exclusive with him. And Penelope had a beautiful speech about her being Whistledown, so I loved that. I thought that that was wonderful and done extraordinarily well. And Eloise is off somewhere with Francesca. So I don't know if like the next one, because obviously Anthony and Kate are also gone, is the next season going to be like when everybody's back? Or are we going to start with like everybody in different places? You know? It also is interesting because obviously Francesca had her own book, but we saw her marriage and everything here. So is Francesca not going to have her own season? She's just going to be like put into the other seasons? I did really like this season. I thought so much was going on. Obviously Violet and Lady Danbury had that beautiful talk, and Violet is now like exploring things with Marcus. Colin and Penelope are like my favorite couple. So I will say I'm like, as much as I did like this season, I feel like this season like really didn't focus on them. Like obviously it did. Obviously it did. That sounds crazy for me to say. But when you're putting it next to season 1 and 2 and how closely it just followed the couple, like, yes, there were minor little stories happening to like keep things interesting, but I feel like this season there was so much happening that Colin and Penelope also just felt like a subplot. Like it didn't feel like there was one main plot other than like Whistledown being revealed. It didn't feel like a Colin and Penelope love story in the sense that season 1 felt like a Daphne and Simon love story, and season 2 felt like a Kate and Anthony love story. So that was a little bit disappointing for me. I don't know if anybody else felt that way. I just felt like we saw them as much as we saw like Penelope's sisters, or we saw them as much as we saw the Mondriches this season. Like, I feel like they were just on the same playing field, and it was supposed to be their season. So I feel like they're just trying to do like so much, and it's like we could have taken that away. Like, I don't think that the Benedict story really had to be that deep, where we saw like him going every single night. I feel like they could have like shown us like, oh, he's doing this, and then maybe the Tilly wanting to be serious and him being like, no. I don't think it had to be this whole built up thing that we just kept seeing over and over again. Like, I feel like that was a story we could have taken away. The whole Francesca and John thing, I liked seeing them, but like it just feels weird to me that like we also had their wedding this season as well, when it's supposed to be like centered around Colin and Penelope. I don't know. Like, the Cressida thing makes sense. I think that that should have stayed because of the whole blackmail, and it has to do with Whistledown, all of that stuff. I think all of that should have stayed. But I just feel like it didn't outshine the other plot lines like the first 2 seasons did, which is a little bit disappointing. But I did still really enjoy the season. I just think that they really hyped it up as being like all about Colin and Penelope. And I would argue that it wasn't really, but maybe I'm in the minority there. All in all, I had a very great time. I loved the speeches going on in this. I think everybody handled things how I would assume they would. Like, I was happy that Colin wasn't immediately just like, well, I love you, so it's fine. Like, he was upset. I'm happy they saw things from each other's perspectives. Like, he wanted her to give it up, but she was like, I can't. And as upset as that made him in the moment, he understood, and he didn't just like break off the marriage and all that stuff. So I thought that was handled very well. Overall, a great time. Bridgerton always is. And the music choices were top tier as usual. Some of them were so funny. Like, the Pitbull song. That's so funny. What was my favorite part? I mean, I really liked the speech that Penelope gave at the end there, saying that she was whistled down, and then Philippa running across and being like, the bugs! And it's butterflies. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, Colin's little speech to her there at the end was like really making me tear up. I love them. I do love them a lot. Oh, and just like their adoration for each other. Love, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I cannot wait to watch this season again while I wait for season 4. Is season 4 about Benedict? I feel like I saw that, which will be interesting considering he just told Tilly that he like doesn't want to settle down. He feels free. So, who knows? I don't know. It's gonna be Tilly. He's gonna end up falling in love with Tilly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's not my job to be a writer for this show, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to speculate anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching this season with me. As always, the full episode reaction for this episode and all of the other episodes will be up on my Patreon. Link for that's down below. And I'll see you guys back here with me for the next series. Bye, guys.